Oh, are we back? I saw that we went down for a second. Yeah, but our it looks back from my end. Are we back? Okay, cool. All right, looks like we're good. We're good. We back, baby. Sorry about that. My equipment is not the best in the world, and so little drops like that could happen. Also, my neighborhood has been losing power like around this time of day for the last few weeks. So if I randomly just go completely dark and don't come back, that's probably going to be why. Um, so let's see. Where were we? Swap was talking about how thirsty he is for MILFs, and I think we were on to our second Paladin spell. So that one is going to replace Armor of Agathis. And our next choice, we were looking at Compelled Duel, which I thought was very cool. But Compelled Duel is going to kind of give us the same effect as the Champion Challenge now. In that it is going, I kind of mixed the two to kind of make a more souped up version. Because Compelled Duel is also what gives the disadvantage on attack rolls made against creatures other than you. So I think we can forego compelled duel and save that for the use of our channel divinity. We are going to get Hellish Rebuke from being a tiefling, so that's going to be automatic. What are we going to need then in terms of spells? So some examples we have Sanctuary, Speak with Animals, Ensnaring Strike, Bane, and Hunter's Mark. Oh, you were asking about Hunter's Mark earlier, Swap. So this might be a good chance to go take a look at what that one actually does. I think that one is single target, like, based, just to give you a better chance of hitting. So Hunter's Mark is one bonus action, 90 feet, concentration up to 1 hour. You choose a creature you can see within range and mystically mark it as your quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack, and you have advantage on wisdom and of perception and survival checks to find it. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action and a subsequent turn of yours to mark a new creature. So you don't have to recast the spell. As long as it's within the hour, you can just move it as a bonus action from one target to another. That's not bad. It's a good way to get some extra damage. It is a concentration spell, which is kind of annoying. Although the armor is, interestingly enough, even Armor of Agathis is not a concentration spell. So I think we're okay if we needed to double up. So Hunter's Mark, that's certainly possible. What was it in the okay, so for the Oath of Conquest, that's where the Armor of Agathis was coming from, and Command is that second one. Command is an interesting choice. I know Hit Me is also a command. So, I mean, it's not one of the ones in the game, but like, you speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. Target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. You might issue a command other than the ones described here, but your DM determines how the target behaves. There's approach, drop, flee, grovel, halt, and at higher levels you can use one additional creature per level above first that you decide to cast it at. So that's interesting. I keep saying that. Again, it kind of gives us the utility. If we want to say command applies to attacks, then she could theoretically cast this as an action and it lasts a round, and then she could command the enemy to attack her, and go from there. Again, it's a little redundant. How did this happen? How did I end up with more than I actually bargained for? I'm honestly almost thinking about just giving her something that has to do with a lightning attack. Like maybe just straight up lightning. I know it's not very Paladin flavored of me, but I think it would make sense since we have one for armor, one for electro. What do we think? Swappers. We just give her a straight up lightning attack, or maybe I give her, okay, so we want to consider like the action economy here. So maybe as an action, she can imbue her weapon with lightning, or maybe I'm just going to give her a magic weapon to begin with. So let's not do that. Let's give her, let's just give her a lightning spell. Why not? I mean, I could jump into the higher level spells. She technically, at 5th level, will get warding, bond, zone of truth, and there's some other options from the other one. Hold person and spiritual weapon. Spiritual weapon is an interesting choice. Let's see what spiritual... I know what spiritual weapon is, but just to see specifically some of the ins and outs, we've got... see, 2nd level evocation. You create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration. You can make a melee spell attack against a creature on your hit. As a bonus action of your turn, you can move the weapon. The weapon can take whatever form you choose. Boy. Okay. Nah. Yeah, lightning is fun. Okay, so let's just go to our spell list then and take a look at what lightning themed spells we have. Whoops, that's the animals in the back. That's not what we want. We want the spell list. So lightning is probably going to be in the druid spell list. Maybe also warlock, I feel like. Wizard. All right. So let's do druid first, since I'm the most convinced that's where we're going to find it. Druids at 1st level, they get Fairy Fire, Cloud, Good Berry, Healing Word, Long Strider. Nope. Thunder Wave. That's kind of interesting. Let's look at Thunder Wave, because I think Thunder Wave isn't literally lightning, but we could fix that. So T. True Strike. No, we went too far. Thunder. Okay, here we go. Is that what it is? Okay, so, there's actually a couple. So there's Thunderous Smite. The first time you hit with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your weapon rings with thunder that is audible within 300 feet of you, and the attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage to the target. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone. Very cool. Very cool. Thunder Wave. this is the one that was mentioned. It's an action. A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away. And the spell emits a thunderous boom audible for 300 feet. At higher levels, when you cast the spell using a spell slot of second or higher, the damage increases by 1d8 for each spell slot above first. Interesting. I like both of those, actually. I would be okay with either, to be honest. I think they're both good choices for what we're trying to do, and both of them are going to give us that quote-unquote thunder damage, which we're going to say like lightning. So basically, we just need to choose between Thunderous Smite, which is a bonus action and lasts for up to a minute, but it's concentration. So we can't cast any other concentration spells at that time, but we don't have any at the moment, so I think we're okay. So bonus action gives us some more versatility. You could cast it and then attack, and then you would have it running for a minute, which is 10 rounds of combat. Thunder Wave is your action, but it's instant. And in addition to that, it is a massive AoE. It's a 15-foot cube originating from you. So that's 15 feet in every direction. Get that thunder damage and the pushback. Although I guess you get the pushback on Thunderous Smite too. Okay, I think Thunder Wave kind of more represents, like, when the shield is up, like, to do knockback. Thunderous Smite is attractive, though. I might, you know what, I'm gonna record both here, and, we're just gonna have to sort of see which one works better. I mean, the flexibility is nice. So let's do Thunderous Smite here. This is a first level evocation spell. Evocation, there we go. The casting time is, oh, it did it again. Evocation, enter. Okay, the casting time is 1 bonus action. Not, okay, I can spell. Bonus. The range is the self. The components are just verbal. The duration is up to 1 minute, and it is concentration. And there is the description. So it's only the first time, though. The first time, I mean, okay, you hit with a melee weapon attack during this spell's duration. Your weapon rings with thunder that is audible within 300 feet. All right, that's 200. Nope, it's 300 feet of you, and the attack deals an extra. I mean, we already are gonna get a smite thanks to being a paladin, so this might be redundant. But I just imagine stacking a lot of this as being extremely effective. I don't know if thunder and lightning technically have different designations in 5e, but whatever. We're just gonna be more specific here. To the target. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away. Oh, and knocked prone. Okay. Pretty good. There doesn't seem to be any improvements at higher levels. I imagine that it would just be improvements to damage. You know, I would definitely allow that as a DM, especially if, like, you're willing to use a higher level spell slot. You know, why not? Spells direction, your weapon, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's go ahead and at higher levels, add another, let's say another d6 per level. Another 2d6 damage per level above first. So we'll double the damage based by level. So I think that's pretty good. And then just because we can, we're gonna include Thunder Wave. So this is, is that did I do this? Yeah, okay, evocation 1. So this one is another evocation. Okay, cool, very cool. The casting time is 1 action. The range is the self, but a 15-foot cube around the self. So we're gonna say 15-foot cube around self. The target is literally everyone and anything in that area of effect. So we're gonna say instant for the duration, and for the description, a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot radius must, I know it says cube, but must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8, so it's a little bit more damage possible. Thunder damage. And is pushed what is it, 10 feet? Yeah, 10 feet away from you. Not knocked prone though, interestingly enough. But on a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. Okay, fine. In addition, unsecured objects will also get pushed. Fine. I'm not going to bother with writing that. Okay, at higher levels, when you cast a spell using a second level or higher, the damage increases by... So we're going to increase damage by... And I know it says 1d8, but... Fine, we'll just as written. 1d8 per level above first. Okay. Done. All right. So that's that on that. That's the extra spell that we shouldn't even really have. It's fine. Okay, so it's already calculating our spell save DC and our attack bonus for us. So that's looking good for the time being. Let me make sure it did that right. Oh yeah, it's 8 plus your proficiency plus your charisma. Yeah, okay. And yeah, your proficiency 3 plus your charisma. Proficiency is 2 right now. Okay. Okay. So that's spells. That's feats, spells. Let's go back to the core situation here, and let's take a look and just make sure that we have finished off all of our paladin feats, and then we will be done. So, oh, okay. Then we want to do our weapon, and then we'll be done. So the last thing we're gonna look at, so we have divine sense. So let's just make sure that we put all of these in our features and traits. So this is just what all paladins get. Divine sense, which is coming from her class. And that would be paladin. And all paladins get that, so we're going to leave it alone. And basically, divine sense, the presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the locations. Okay, so we're going to say, as an action, you can activate this feat. And until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet. That is not behind total cover. Whatever. You know the type. You know the type of being you sense. Cool. But not its identity. So you're like, it's a dragon, but you don't know it's like a specific dragon, I guess. Within the same radius, you also detect presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallow spell. This is just... You can also detect any place or object that has been consecrated, or I'm pretty sure this is a made up word. Desecrated. There we go. Okay. And then you can use this feature a number of times equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier. When you finish a long rest, you gain all expended uses. You can use this feature 1 plus, whoops, that's not a plus, 1 plus charisma per long rest. All right, cool. It's that one. All paladins. The next thing you're gonna get is, of course, lay on hands, which I didn't even mention before because this is not something that we would expect our captain to be doing, really. So left it off, but oh boy. Your blessed touch can heal wounds. You have a pool of healing power that replenishes when you take a long rest. With that pool, you can restore a total number of hit points equal to your paladin level times 5. Oof. Okay, so let's just, you have a pool of healing power that replenishes with a long rest. You can restore the HP equal to your paladin level plus, or not plus, it's times 5. Oh boy. Times 5. Cool. So, we are a 3rd level paladin, so right now that would be 15. Okay. So this is as an action. As an action, you can touch a creature and draw power from the pool to restore HP up to the max of your pool. Kind of weird how it keeps saying pool, but whatever. Alternatively, you can expend 5 hit points from your pool of healing to cure the target of 1 disease or neutralize 1 poisoning effect. I'm just gonna say for 5 points, you can cure poison. Oh wait, not disease. Or disease. Get tired of 1 disease or neutralize 1 poisoning affecting it. You can cure multiple diseases using it for each one. Yeah, okay. This feature has no effect on undead or constructs. Whatever. Okay. And we already did the fighting style, so that's in spell casting. We already have everything we need for that. At 2nd level, you have learned to draw divine magic through meditation and prayer, cast spells, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the real question then becomes, how many spells do we end up having? So, the Paladin table shows how many spell slots you have to cast your Paladin spells. To cast one of your Paladin spells, 1st level or higher, you must expend a spell slot of that level. Yeah. All right, so we want... How many spells do we get? So at 3rd level... Yeah, we get 3 1st level spells. I don't know why it's showing us the 2nd level. So... What is that? Oh, Divine Health. By divine magic flowing through you makes you immune to disease. Alright, fine. I guess I'll list it. Oh, and Divine Smite. How do I keep forgetting that? Okay, so do I put it here or should I put it over here? When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can expend 1 spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target in addition to the weapon's damage. Should I put that over here instead? Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do it because attacks and spellcasting, it's a spellcasting attack, so it's fine. So we're gonna say Divine Smite. Kind of sucks that it uses the spell slot though, but whatever. This is going to be instead of strength, this is going to be charisma because that is our actually, yeah, when you hit so this is a reaction. You would add your dice if you already hit them with a melee attack. So I wonder if I should actually put this in the spell list because you have to use your spells to do it. You have to use one of your spell slots. All right, let's wait a second. How do I get rid of this? Yeah, trash that one. Lock that back up. And then I guess we will put it in spells because it uses the same resource as spells, so which is your spell slots. So spells it is. Even though it's not really. Okay. So we're gonna say Divine Smite. If I had to guess a spell, I would say Evocation, even though I know it's not really. The time is instant. Or rather, the time is as a reaction or a bonus action. It's when you hit. So we're going to say bonus. And we'll just leave the range and target blank. There's no components. Just get rid of these. It's not concentration. There's no duration. And we'll just put it there. When you hit a creature with a melee weapons attack, you can expend a spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target. It says radiant, but we're gonna just like really quietly in parentheses put lightning here. Stay on theme. Lightning damage to the target. In addition to the weapons, no. Weapons damage. There we go. The extra damage is 2d8. And one additional D8 for every spell slot above first. To a max of 5d8. Oh my goodness. The damage increases by 1d8 if the target is undead, a fiend, and you know what? We're gonna include a sea monster. Or a sea monster. To a max of 6d8. Fun for the whole family. All right, we love to see it. And I guess we'll just say Paladin here. Okay, done. Okay, and that is pretty much that on that, I think. We've got our spells. We've got our features all listed here nice and neatly. Although let's collapse this menu down. Lay on hands. Divine Sense. Captain's Challenge, Perfect Parry, Fighting Style. Oh, the last thing I did wanted to give her though was, I think, a magic weapon, because she deserves it. I'm not gonna go into her proficiencies and skills and stuff over here, or custom skills and languages. Like that is all, you know, we can work that out at some point, but. Sea monster gonna get into a sushi. Yeah. All right, so we have the great sword. Let's think about, so swappers, what is Beto's like best in slot weapon and what does it do? Because we can recreate it here as a magic weapon for our girl. Winged. Wait, WGS or the new Dea weapon? What is WGS? Is that supposed to be like the Winged Jade Spear for crit rate? No, wait. That's a spear. That's not a WGS. Wolf's Gravestone? There it is. Yeah, I got it. Okay, Wolf's Gravestone for attack buff for self and teammates when enemy health below 50 HP. Attack buff for self and teammates when enemy health below 50 HP. Is it below 50 or is it below 50%? Like 50% health? I feel like that would make more sense. Okay, yeah, 50%. That's a little tough. What is the new weapon going to do? Because that one is going to be more based, I guess it's also going to be based on HP when you think about it. Data scales with HP. Any word on what the new weapon does, or do we not know yet? Oh. Beacon of the Reed Sea. Attack and elemental damage once using skill, taking damage. Okay, so attack and elemental buff. Okay, I kind of like that one better for us, I think. So she deserves her own signature weapon. Why do they not give her one? Those jerks. Attack attack and elemental buff. So, obviously, as a magical weapon, it's going to have lightning damage associated with it in its damage type at all times. So that is definitely happening. Now, if we want to work in this damage buff and elemental damage buff, we're going to want something to do with, I guess, taking damage. So how would we do this? Would we say that the lower her HP is, the greater the damage buff becomes? It's going to require a little bit of calculating on the fly unless we want to do it at like certain thresholds. Yeah, since tank. Well, I'm trying to stay true to what the intention is. I guess that could work. So let's go ahead and let's give her this weapon. What are we gonna call it? I feel like it needs a badass name. Yes, definitely. If we lose 20% HP, yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. Like, we'll either do it in thresholds, or we have to kind of calculate on the fly, which is possible. Hi, Sean's Wrath. I love it, actually. We'll say it's like made out of the fangs or the tooth of the sea monster that she vanquished. All right, so we wanted to use strength. Since this is a magic weapon, I guess I could use charisma, and we kind of be like, strength is our next best stat, though. You know what? Let's go charisma on this. Let's say that it's like a warlock type weapon, where they get to use their charisma instead, and then that is going to save us some of the split scaling that we're seeing issues with. And then we're proficient, and okay, oh, the crit range. Ooh, do we want to, okay, you know what? She's only level 3. We have room to advance. So let's chill on that for a bit. So we're going to say, we're going to go charisma for this as well. Just so that we can kind of give her options. Charisma. Oh my god. There we go. Charisma. And then 1d6. That's not gonna do it. The bog standard great sword is the 2d6. Should we maybe bump that up to d8? Say 2d8. And the blade is the tooth. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Okay, so, let's say 2d8. 2d8. And it's charisma. Is there gonna be a flat damage and bonus to that? Because the charisma is gonna be the flat bonus. Let's say you roll 2 1s if you're really unlucky. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points of damage, even if you're super unlucky and you get 2 critical, like 2 1s of your damage roll. You're still going to do 5 points of damage. I think that's pretty good. You know what? Let's just give it a 2 for good measure. Okay. So we don't need that. Oh wait. Yeah, that was damage. Okay. I'm not exactly sure what the point of this one is, but We'll leave it alone. Save effect, blah, blah, blah. So, description for this is going to be, it's, made from the body of the fallen sea monster. The blade is a honed tooth. The handle is scales. Okay, so we're gonna say that at 20%. Nope. I can do it. 20% HP reduction. What is our damage buff gonna be then? And what will the buff be? At 20% HP reduction, should we make it a buff to hit so you have a better chance of actually connecting? Or should we make it instead of hit, should we make it damage? Or should we give it a different effect altogether? The damage I think is fine. You always want to be able to hit. At 20%, so if you take 20% of your health in terms of damage, and maybe we'll do 2 thresholds. So at 20%, at 20% HP reduction, you gain a plus let's say attack bonus to hit. At 40% HP reduction, let's see what, let's say you get an improved critical. And improved critical of 19 or 20. Yeah. And you know what? Let's just keep going with that. So we have 20, 40, let's say 60 at 60%. HP reduction, the improved critical increases to 17, or not 17, to 18, 19, whoops, 19, or 20. And so that's 60, and let's say at 80. Let's do one more. Wait, at 20, yeah, 2, 4, 6. Okay. At And then this will be the last one. At 80%, HP reduction, improved critical increases, to, and this one will be 17, 18, 19, or 20. Yeah, man. This thing is monstrous. Uh-oh. That's not what I meant to do. Did not want to unlock that. No. Okay. Let's lock that back up. And let's... Oops. Whoops. Okay. Let's lock that up. So we have Haishan's Wrath. A monster of a weapon. But honestly, it's in good hands. And I think that's gonna do it. There's nothing particularly so proficiency bonus. I mean, okay, the initiative, it's not great. She's slow, basically. It means that she's not going to be able to take her turn probably before the enemy, but that's okay because she has a lot of abilities that are reaction based. So like, and not like elemental reaction, but rather you know, in terms of action economy, she's got a lot of abilities that trigger after she's been hit. So it actually might play into her strengths that her initiative is not that high. Yeah, I'm sure we all wish that we could get a weapon like that. But all things considered, I think this is looking pretty good. I can't think of any like background, like you know, it could go into her background, but we kind of already did that, and we kind of triaged the situation. Are there any other skills? I think survival maybe would make sense, since that also includes like navigation. And then I don't know where this would go necessarily, but like I feel like she should also get vehicle proficiency with specifically with watercraft. Anything that sails or swims or dives. Normally, I guess that goes over here with proficiencies and custom skills. Maybe okay, let's, I can't believe I'm actually gonna do this, but why won't you? Okay. So I have to pick what type of proficiency it is. Vehicle? I don't know where this goes. Normally. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna leave it alone. I changed my mind. No. Oh my god. Trash. Okay. Lock that back up. Because this is for tools and kits and weapons, and that's not really right. I mean, the only thing I could... Okay, proficiency bonus is proficient. The name, I guess, would be... how do I say boat proficiency? Nautical... proficiency, I guess. We're gonna go off of... No, not strength. I'm gonna go off of charisma just because that's gonna be her best stat. Yeah, anything to do with anything nautical, she's proficient. I think that is it. Only thing I can think of. Swappers, is there anything we're missing that we need? I'll give her intimidation just because I think makes sense. She's already got athletics. And survival. Besides the water thing, not really. Okay. All right. What is her passive? What is her like weird, you know what I'm talking about? Where every character also gets like another sort of exploration talent or something like that. What is hers? Is she just like, you move faster, you swim faster, improve swim speed? When she gets hit, she moves faster. Oh. My goodness. 10% speed and attack speed when getting hit. Oh my god. Okay, so the only thing that would translate to in this would be her range, which we could improve and say that like after getting hit, she might get like her speed, or as in her range of movement would increase from 30 to something else. But if she's already gotten hit, it means they're already in combat. And so her initiative, like giving her an initiative bonus isn't going to make any sense. It's not going to get her more turns. The only thing I could think of there would be that if she is consuming less stamina when swimming. I knew it. I knew it was something I knew it was something swimming related. Okay, so I can't give her like that's going to be athletics. I can't give her like a separate swimming I can't give her like a separate swimming range. I will though give her what is it, like a 15%? So if her walking speed is 30, hear me out. Then maybe I could give her like 35 in terms of her swimming speed. Is that ridiculous? I don't even know where the hell I would put that. It's not a class resource. I guess it would be a feat. Her C6 is enemies around her have their electro resistance decreased by 50%. So what we would do is say that there's damage resistance and then there's vulnerability. So we would say that at higher, and we would save this for a higher level for her, but that's absolutely something that we would want to look at later levels as we advance her. But I guess what we would say that at higher levels, enemies around her would have their would become more vulnerable to lightning damage. And so instead of taking half damage, which is a resistance, they would take that 15% more damage. Or, yeah. So I would put that in our level progression. There's no way to put like notes on this, the way that this sheet is. So I would have to do it in like the edit, but I definitely will. I will, you know what, C6, so maybe at like 6th level, we'll say. And we will say, I don't know, say C6, just to make note of what it is. 6. And we're just going to ignore those for the time being, and we're just going to say at 6th level, enemies within a 15-foot radius we're gonna say take I'm gonna say 15. more lightning. We'll say more damage from lightning attacks. Okay. We'll save that for later. That is going to be her advancement. At C4, her normal attacks do electro damage too. So we've kind of got that included. Her, if she uses her Haishan's Wrath, that's gonna, I didn't put it in the type, but we're gonna put, lightning and slashing. Will it let me put both in here? Yes. Okay. So now let's see if that did it. Okay, so it's not visible, but yeah, there it goes. Lightning. Okay. Consuming less stamina when swimming. Yeah. Okay. Getting hit. So I don't know exactly how to put like a improved swim range on here. I feel like it would go into one of these, the proficiencies. But you know, okay, fine. Stamina. And we are just going to ignore the rest of this, and we're just going to put swim speed of and she gets 15%, so let's say 35. Whoops, that's 15. 35 feet. Okay. So that is that. And I think that covers everything. So we have our captain, who is going to be our paladin. We are giving her a custom subclass called the Oath of the Captain. Although it is heavily, or I would say mostly based off of the Oath of Conquest, which can be found in some of the supplemental source material. I believe Xanathar's Guide to Everything, if you are curious. We did mix in a little bit from Oath of the Crown, which it can be found in the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide. And then we just kind of did our own thing a little bit. But I think it still very much follows the spirit of what the oaths do for the Paladin class. So I think that we're still in the right place in terms of what we want to be. You know, I also thought potentially, again, Pact of the Blade Warlock here. But ultimately, I think the Warlocks are more, or are better suited to being kind of glass cannons. They do a lot of damage, but they're kind of fragile. And I didn't want her to be fragile in the least. Like our warlock that we built is not meant to take hits. Like that guy better not take a hit. It's not gonna go well for him. This person though, she can take a hit and keep going and going and going. So in fact, she's going to hit you right back with a Hellish Rebuke. Oh, I didn't put Hellish Rebuke. Okay, I didn't put Hellish Rebuke in here. And that is because I am going to put that here instead. Hellish Rebuke. This is another fun one. So as a tiefling, you get this automatically. You don't have to take it as a spell. Oh, and you get Thaumaturgy. I totally forgot about that. Geez. That was the whole reason I took Tiefling in the first place, was to get Hellish Rebuke. I'm so silly. So F G. So it's technically a spell, but we're not going to be casting it like a spell since it is a racial feature. We just get it like once per I don't know. I don't know how many uses of it we get. We're gonna have to figure that one out. You know, my inclination is for it to be unlimited, but that might get a little crazy. So what are we looking at? The Tieflings. So that's the Infernal Legacy. You get the Thaumaturgy cantrip and Hellish Rebuke as a second level spell once with this trait, and regain the ability to do so when you finish a long rest. So it is once per day. Okay. So this is gonna be Charisma. Next we make Clam Gigi. Okay. I'm down. So this is gonna be Charisma. Charisma. There we go. And you are proficient. The range. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so... Oh, boy. Hellish Rebuke. So just yet another, you know, you hurt me, I hurt you kind of situation. So you cast it at second level. One reaction. Which you take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet of you that you can see. The range is 60 feet. The component, there's a voice and a somatic component. The duration is instantaneous. Saving effect. Saving throw. Is there a saving throw? You point your finger, and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. We're going to say lightning instead. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw. So it does have a saving throw. And it is dexterity. Versus your spell save DC. And on a save, effect is half damage. So that is correct. We're going to say half damage. And this is going to be... it takes 2d10 fire damage. So the damage is 2d10. Whoops. And of course, we're going to say lightning. Or thunder, whatever it wants to call it. Or half as much on a successful one, and this is at higher levels. When you cast a spell using a spell slot at second level or higher, the damage is increased by 1d10 for each spell slot used above first. So we're casting it at second level, I believe, automatically. Yep. So that's one additional d10. So this is actually oh my god, this is gonna hurt somebody. 3d10. And there's no plus to this, is the downside. So that, I mean, if there was, it would be charisma. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do charisma because, otherwise the spell is not going to scale. And I hate it when that happens because it's going to be useless at higher levels. So we'll scale it with charisma. Lightning. There's no secondary damage. If they manage to do a save against the spell save's DC, they will take half damage. And, yeah. I guess we'll just put, the that it is 1 reaction for taking damage, like that. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So let's go ahead and save this up. So, okay, wait. This isn't right. There's no attack. What is it? How is it doing that? Oh. Okay, so there's no attack roll. It's just a saving throw against your spell save DC. So, yeah, DC 13. There it goes. Okay. So basically, she gets hit. She can immediately, even if it's not her turn, yeah, hurt me, I hurt you. Even if it's not, even if it's not a crit or whatever, she can, if not her turn, she can immediately turn around and use this once per day, or at least once per long rest. I should probably put that in the description somewhere. Once per long, and maybe at higher levels we'll improve that, and say, you know, that she can cast it. Yeah, you know what? Let's just build that in. Let's just bake that right in. We will say that number of uses per long rest equal to, and we'll say proficiency bonus, because that also goes up with you as you level. So I hate stuff that does not stay useful, basically. So Hellish Rebuke is now going to be useful twice per day, but again, as you level, it will go up to 3 times per day, and so on and so forth. Let me just make sure it saved that. Yeah, okay. Cool. Seal that back up. All right, and that actually, all right, I know I said this before, but I think that's it now. I think we finally have done it. You know, the other thing I could put is like just that she has dark vision and all this other stuff, but as a tiefling, but I think we will leave it be here for the time being. Did we miss anything? Are we forgetting something? I'm just gonna put a boat. There we go. She's got a boat. No, I think that is everything that we needed for this one. Which is good. So I think that's just about everything. I'm gonna go ahead and close this, and over here, yay! Oh, look at the chatting screen. I'm so excited. So in case anybody is watching this playback, or you know, it hasn't happened yet, I will be having my first ever live play session on Wednesday at around 6 p.m. Maybe closer to 6:30 or 7, but we're gonna try and get the ball rolling around 6. Yeah. And definitely, if it hasn't happened already, come check that out. Or if it has happened, maybe even watch the video. because there will be fun interactive activities even for people that are watching the recording playback. So definitely check that out if you're interested in seeing some of these characters that I have built get used in actual play. It's going to be mostly based on D&D mechanics. So we will be using the D&D characters that I've built. But obviously I'm going to have to modify the game a bit for stream in order to accommodate the format. I've not really seen anybody do anything like it, so hopefully it's a lot of fun and everybody has a good time. Each session is going to be individually run, so you do not have to have been at previous sessions to know what's going on. Everything will be included. You don't even have to be very familiar with D&D or know how to play a TTRPG. I am going to guide everybody through it and go over all of the rules and all of the expectations, and newbies or people that are curious and maybe don't know anything about Dungeons & Dragons are all welcome to participate fully, just like everybody else. So really looking forward to that. And I hope that you guys like it, and we'll see you there. If you can't make it to the live broadcast, or you're wondering, how is this interaction with these videos gonna work? The answer, my friends, is in my bio. It is to go to the Discord, Luminex Libris, and join there. There's a bunch of fun text channels. I downloaded a bunch of neat bots to play with. There's going to be some D&D content as I post all of my favorite magical items and creatures and character building stuff in the various channels. And there's also a couple fun other things like our poetry corner and our eternal summer reading program. And if you're curious about what those are, you're just going to have to check it out. But primarily, if you are interested in interacting with the stream, even when it is not live, that is going to be the Dream Journal, which is also located on my page as a widget. So you can feel free to utilize either or both of those. And it will be awesome. Yeah, thanks, Swab. I am hoping that everybody has a good time and really enjoys it. Like I said, I have not really seen anybody doing anything like it. So we really are going to be making it up as we go. But hey, that just means that we have more control and we can totally customize the experience into everything we want. You're just enjoying the Edie screen, the Edie slideshow. Those are just some pictures of her that I have cycling. She's very photogenic, and I'll switch the pictures out after a while for new ones. But I wanted to have her on screen too. But yeah, oh, look at Streamlabs working. Cool. Okay. If Key set that up for me, so she fixed everything. And real MVP there is Key. And for anybody watching this back or who doesn't know who I'm talking about, I am of course referring to the fabulous Foxy Lady, Key to Life. She is a pink kitsune who is a variety game streamer here on Twitch. She's a member of Campfire. She's also my best friend in the world, and she's amazing, and she helped me get all this set up, and has been supporting me throughout this whole process. So she's not here right now because it is like 6 a.m. where we are, and she's sleeping. But for anybody watching this or who doesn't already follow her, please go ahead and check her out. She is one of my suggested streamers on my page, so you should be able to find her pretty easily. Or I guess I could give her, let me see if I can remember how to do it. Is it / SO, and then I tag her, like key to life, like that. No, it says unrecognized command. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, so that's going to do it for this little stream. Everything seems to have been working okay. Obviously, I have to watch the playback. We did go down for a couple seconds, but everything came right back up. Oh, good job, swappers. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, there's Key's link in the chat in case you also need like a more direct way of getting to her channel. What was I saying? We're pretty much done. This is pretty much the end of this. I tried doing that. It didn't work. Okay, so this is pretty much the end of our character creation stream. And like I said, I hope to see you at the live play stream Wednesday, aka tomorrow. So let's go to the okay. So I'm just gonna mute myself here, and then we're gonna try to find somebody to raid, and then I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that, which I don't know necessarily, and then we're gonna figure it out from there. Let's see if there's anybody doing anything interesting. So nobody that I follow is live. Which is unfortunate. So maybe that just means I should just end. No, I should probably practice, right? All right, let's see if somebody else is playing Dungeons and Dragons at 6 in the morning. Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, there is somebody who is live. There is a Tactics, a GM workshop, somebody who is working on minis, it looks like. Oh, this person is doing a subathon. So maybe that would be a good choice. Although I feel bad. It's not like I'm gonna stay. Okay. Oh no. I've completely forgotten how to do this. Key is gonna be so disappointed. Followed by the name of the channel. Okay, so what did I do with my so I found somebody, and it looks like they're playing Beyond the Light of the Witchlight Carnival, which is, I guess, a Dungeons and Dragons module of some sort. Their name is KADMESS. So let's try that. And how does one do such a thing? Oh, okay. So all right. Like I said, thanks everybody. I'm gonna try to do this raid, and we'll see how this goes. But otherwise, hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday.